Hi and welcome. So it was April 24th, 1999. I had just bought a jet ski a few weeks earlier. Um, Unfortunately, my dad had passed away just 7 weeks before that date. Um, I just got a slalom course in the mail, or got shipped to me, I should say. Where the red and I think it was red and green or something, the color of the buoys, where you can go around the course. It was really fun. I spent all day doing that. I think we refilled the tank of gas, well, the bottle of gas, because I had a big bottle like 3 times. There's me and another guy out there doing the course, and a bunch of friends, probably about 15, 20 people around in my immediate area. I just quit drugs the week before. My dad had wanted me to for a while, and with him, my grandma passed away before I got into him, and got out of control. And when he passed away, it got even worse. And then I had a friend OD the week before, and I just said, I got to be done. I just decided to quit. I'm like, that's it. So I was like a new outlook on life. So like I said, all day doing the slalom course, so it was tiring. But the end of the day, I had let 2 of the girls that were out there ride the ski to run it up, get rid of some of the gas in it. And I was backing the trailer down, and I'd called my mom, told her I was gonna be home a little while to put some hamburgers on the grill. Because when my dad got diagnosed with cancer, they had been divorced for, I don't know, 7 years or something. And as soon as he got diagnosed, it was me and my brother over here. She dropped everything and moved back home, and his dying wish was for them to get remarried, and they got remarried on December 27th, 98, which that was my grandma's birthday, my dad's mom. And so I called her, let her know I'll be home in just a little bit. It was like 5 o'clock or something. And another girlfriend and I were in the water, about knee deep. Was, I don't know, like maybe 6 inches below the knee or something. And just in the white sandy part. And I think I kicked her first. She kicked something back at me. It went back and forth a couple times. When she returned it, I kind of dove toward the darker color water. You can see in the picture. And immediately I was like paralyzed. I was face down in the water. I'm like hands out to the side, arms out to the side. I was just shaking my arm, shaking my head, like real fast, trying to get air. I knew I was in trouble, like right away. I get the people around me thought I was kidding or whatever, so they didn't do anything. And I don't know how long it was before I finally stopped doing. But I all I saw was black. You close your eyes, all I see is black. And then it just started going like slightly like a gray, and then it went to white, and then a bright whiter light. And I guess at that point I'd stopped moving. It was like a bright white light, like it was a lot like a white piece of paper. And at that point, 2 of the girls that were on my ski came back, Tasha and Angela, and Tasha grabbed my arm, so I'd stopped moving. She turned me over, and my face was purple. So they dragged me to shore. I guess at that point I started coughing up water and started breathing again. Then I remember hearing the clack, clack, clack of the helicopter blades as it was taking off and taking me to the hospital. Not what I had in mind for my first helicopter ride. It's crazy though, because I've grown up around water all my life, pool in the backyard. We went to Daytona at least a couple times a year. So I had all diving into waves and all that stuff. And I even had an experience in Daytona once. I was like 12 or something. Dove and hit my head on the ground in Daytona. Like not dove, but we were playing around the waves. The wave actually tumbled me around and hit the head that way. That wasn't diving. But you see all these people like run into the water and then it's shallow and they dive. And actually, I just saw it the other day. The swimmer who's going from Sanford, right here near me, Lake Mary High, up to Jacksonville, up to St. John's, he's swimming. And when he was entering the water, he walked down the ramp and he got the water was just over his knees, so he probably had 6 to 8 inches more water than I did. And then he dove in the water just like I was trying to do, hands out. That's um, so I cringe every time you see these funniest videos and stuff. I cringe every time I see it because people don't realize how close. You never know what's in the water. I don't know. I had a red mark on my forehead for 3 days where I hit. But yeah, it was, like I said, instantly paralyzed. It was freaky. And just they had me knocked out for a day and did the surgery the next day, and I didn't realize. I don't know how many days it was till I realized. Well, it wasn't in intensive. Well, maybe I was in intensive care. I don't really remember. But I remember me waking up and her telling me, "Tim, you're paralyzed," and tears were running on my face. I couldn't move my arms and stuff, and the doctor said I'd only be able to shrug my shoulders, and I just didn't want to believe him. Even though I couldn't move anything, I just didn't. Something inside was telling me no, that wasn't gonna happen. But anyway, that's how the accident happened, and I hope I'm spreading this out to enough people so especially kids can see it. When I hear about be careful, my dad used to say all the time, be careful, you're gonna break your neck, when we were like jumping on the furniture or playing around or whatever. And that's another thing. I played Little League Baseball when I was younger, and I wanted to play football one time. My dad's like, "Oh no, that's too dangerous," So it's like, it's too dangerous. You're a lover, not a fighter. So, yeah. So anyway, it was just kind of ironic. I'll be back from playing that sport when I ended up getting hurt on an innocent, playing and just messing around. And then the girl, if anybody can ask, the girl that I was kicking dirt back and forth with, I got word from my friends that she had felt really guilty. I called her while I was in rehab and told her I didn't blame her. It was my fault. It was nobody's fault. It was just a freak accident. And this whole process over the years has been a big journey for me, spiritual journey too. I've had a lot of crazy things happen. I'll be going on and more talking about in other videos, because otherwise I'd be talking for hours. But when I was up in rehab, my brother brought me an article that one of the persons I was hanging out with got arrested. In fact, a group of them got arrested, and I always wondered, if I didn't get hurt, would I have been in that group? So I believe the accident was the worst day, but also a good day, because I've become a much better person. I have my priorities straight, and outlook on wanting to help people. So, whereas before, I more wanted the nice car, wanted the jet ski, motorcycle, all that kind of stuff. But I was young. I just turned 22, done 2 weeks before I got hurt. So, I was still working 2 jobs and going to college, even though I was partying. But anyway, I don't want to ramble on. I hope you'll spread this around or make some other people aware. Like I said, especially kids, young adults. The average age of injury, well, when I got hurt, it was around my age. Now it's actually gone up to 42. I guess with people having boats and even car accidents, probably more a reason for people with spinal cord injuries. But more risk taking at the being older, not older, 40. I'll be 41. I still don't feel that old, but 42 now is the average age. So this needs to be shared around to make others aware. As people are taking more risk and doing more adventurous things, just kind of be aware, pay more attention. So like I said, I got a lot more videos coming out, so hopefully you'll subscribe, and if you like what I've talked about. And I'm going to be talking about a lot more than just my accident and my life, more about just what's going on in the world and society here in the U.S. and why there's great things ahead for us. So, thanks again. Take care and God bless.
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe in whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Take the red pill. The red pill. Take the red pill.